Hey everybody! Welcome to my channel, Me and the Mountains. It's so beautiful. I'm at 9,000 feet in the Rocky Mountains. My name is Janis. I'm so glad you are here. Woo! Oh, the wind is kicking up a bit. You know what it is? The sun is starting to go down. And let's see. It's got like that much to go and then it's gonna get cold. So the wind's starting to pick up, but I'm so glad you're here. I hope you'll leave messages in the comments because that's my favorite part. Anyway, this is a really awesome topic I'm so excited about. Ready? I want your thoughts on it. Hooked on homemade. Hooked on homemade. Oh my goodness. We can make like pretty much like everything you ever buy in the store. And sometimes we forget that we can. And it feels so good when we learn and then we start to do things ourselves because we can make it the way we want and it feels like really awesome to make it. So hooked on homemade, I want you to leave in the comments the things that you know how to make. I don't know how to make everything, but so one of the things that we've really been enjoying making, and I've got 6 that I'm going to share. First one is sourdough bread. I never knew much about sourdough bread, and Elizabeth started making it, but here's the thing that I didn't know about is that you don't need yeast. And I remember I used to read a lot of stories about the old days, and I remember hearing about the miners that would go back in like 1850 or whatever to look for gold, and they make sourdough pancakes. And I said, why do they make those or sourdough bread? Well, you don't need yeast. It's like you basically get your sourdough starter, you get that going, and then it's just really, now you can tell I don't actually make it, but you just take the sourdough starter, you make some more flour and water and mix that together and you have this amazing loaf of bread. So it's really simple. And so we've been honing that, getting it better and better, because like you make your starter, you experiment with different kind of flours and stuff, and we've been experimenting with it. But it's really interesting because it comes out different each day, depending on what wheat and stuff we use, but it's so hearty and it's so good, and you know exactly when it went into it, and you also get like really full like when you eat it. We ran out, so we bought some bread and we're like, oh my gosh, like this doesn't taste like anything. And so we're just gonna make our bread. It's so much better. And once you learn how to do that, then you're free. You don't have to buy it, and you can just make it and do what you want, and it's so much fun. One thing we are gonna get like a little proving thing because it gets so cold in our house sometimes, so it can help the bread rise and things. Anyway, it's a great journey. Leave in the comments if you make your own bread and your recipe or what you do. I'd love to hear it. Another thing is we were up here in the mountains for a couple of weeks and we were running out of food, so Elizabeth just started making my own jelly, and we didn't have much left. We had some like oranges that were getting older and some blueberries, and she just like took those and put them in a pot and put a little brown sugar in and mixed them up and boiled down so it was a little bit thick like jelly. Oh, there it is. Boom. Amazing. I was like so happy. And on that note, we ran out of butter. We like to eat vegan butter like the last time we were here, and she made some butter, out of coconut oil and things like that. And it's weird once you do it, you're like, oh, I don't have to buy that container anymore. I can just make it. And I was eating the jelly and stuff, and even though, I'm sure you could pick some different ingredients to make it, a little more special. I like to have mostly just fruit, but I was like, this is fine. I like it. This is good. And you feel like really freeing because you're not like having to buy it. The containers, you don't have to trash. It's like so cool. Hooked on homemade. Also, Elizabeth will make crackers. I mean, you don't know that. You think, gosh, I got to go buy crackers in a box and blah, blah, blah. No, like she makes a dough, she flattens it in a pan, cooks it, cuts it up, crackers. She makes the most amazing granola. And by the way, we're going to start, well, this is making herself, but I want to sell it like Rocky Mountain granola because it's so amazing. But she makes her own granola. That is awesome. So that's such a fun thing too. Now, stepping away from food, but still hooked on homemade, we have, as you know, like tons of hummingbirds here. So last year, I made 2 hummingbird feeders. And these were just these really nice structures that had like a roof and a place to hang each hummingbird feeder. And they stood about 6 feet up high in the air, so it was nice and safe for them. So that was really fun, just like building it with your own design and making your own hummingbird feeder. Last year too, when we were putting our place together, we didn't have enough tables, so I just built my own table for my computer, and it was awesome. You know, it worked perfectly, and that's really fun. And so it's really great. You know, leave in the comments the kind of things that you make, and I want to definitely explore making more things myself. I want to learn how to make lotion because I like that, and we have up here in the mountains we have a lot of sage, and I thought it'd be cool to make, you know, like, I don't know, like a balm thing or something that you could use with the sage, you know, to have the smell, like, so you can use the own smells that are like local to the area. I like to learn how to make that. I want to learn how to make more different kinds of jelly. We have service berries here. I'm not sure if that would work, and the bears eat most of them anyway, but you know, I'd like to experiment more with that, and because I like to eat it. I love apples. Maybe we can make apple jelly. Of course, I'm always making music, so that's something that I create from scratch, you know, with my keyboard. So all these homemade things, Hooked on Homemade. Leave in the comments what you're making. I'd love to hear it. Maybe I'll get some tips from you guys. You know, if you want to leave some recipes, I'd love that. I mean, obviously there's cookies and cakes, and I don't know, I know people make their own dresses and clothes. That's so cool. I mean, it's amazing, and it's really freeing, and you know, it's something then you can be really proud of. So Hooked on Homemade, leave your things in the comments so I can get ideas from you guys. And anyway, thanks for being here. Love you guys. Peace.